Shake your ass. Shake your body. Feel the rhythm and join the party. Hey, shake your ass. Feel your boo-boo. Do a pee-pee. Do a boo-boo.
Rolling. We are rolling now. And it's quite a nice day today. I'm not going to lie to you. The sun is out. The birds are chirping. And I am about to embark on a maybe half an hour trip, eh? Going for a bit of a drive. Have to go drive to another location to start my day at work. Right? Are you with me? Hey? Yeah. Okay. So, basically, just going to turn this up. I don't know if the sound's coming through too well. There it is. Getting a bit more sound in my headphones here. Okay. So, today is a beautiful day, alright? I don't want to hear any complaining, eh? Because if you are going to complain, then we can have a word at the back, alright? Yeah. So this is meditation, guided meditation, alright? Okay? Are you with me? Yes? Right, good. Okay, bit of guided meditation. I'm your guru for this morning. Yeah, okay. Woke up a little bit late today at about 3:30 a.m. Had a bit of a sleep in, y'all, okay? So, what we are going to do, y'all, and again, I cannot stress this enough. If you are going to complain, I don't want to hear it, okay? There are no refunds. If you're not in the mood, you get in the fucking mood, alright? Okay, sorry about that outburst, but, you know, some people are really giving me the irks, okay? Right. I'm trying to drive, multitasking, alright. This is the age that we live in, y'all. You got to do 4 things at once. Minimum, eh? Alright. Just to make an honest living in this world. It is quite a shame, but this is the economic climate that we are in. Not only is there climate change, eh? There is also an economic climate shift. Everyone is getting the side hustles. The grind mindset, eh? It is a grind. You think this is a grind, okay? Why don't you go back to Joburg? During the apartheid. Yeah. So, that was a grind. Not so much for me, but for the other folk, eh? The other fellas. Not a great time. Alright, so that was I was just scrolling through YouTube and I found a guided meditation with a new guru that I've just cottoned onto. So someone's got a pride flag number plate. That's nice. Might get one of those. Might get a baby D number plate. So cruising through town, got the mic. It's a bit of a mellow morning. Sun's out, bun's out. We got a little bit of not great weather coming. It's not going to be wet, but it's not going to be what it's been. So hopefully I make it to the destination I'm trying to get to today. Getting a bit low on the old fuel. Excuse the throat clearing. Almost didn't do this podcast this morning, this recording. Pretty tired, body's pretty sore. I think I slept relatively well, had some not great dreams, but I don't like my... Oh, here we go, just trying to wind my window up. Fucking on the other side. People say, I had a weird dream. What dreams aren't weird? A weird dream is a boring dream to me. As my nose just closes over. saying that. If you're in the dream world and there's nothing weird, or well, not weird for our realm, nothing of note happening, just gonna sneeze. Fuck yeah. It's 1/11th of an orgasm, I heard. So you're welcome. Oh, someone's shoes. What the I think that means if someone's shoes are on the side of the road, possibly means they got hit by a car, because people's shoes tend to fly off when they get hit by a car. It was kind of an odd place. It was not in town, just out on the outskirts. Not where you want to be crossing the road for that reason. Now, I need to blow my nose. I don't have any tissues. I got a packet of chips that I didn't quite finish yesterday that I really shouldn't have eaten. They made me feel a bit sick. Was drinking juice as well. Not a good combo. Didn't go the cafecito this morning. I've been eating way too much chocolate, eating a bit shit lately, and I'm feeling it. My tum-tum is a bit upset, and it was passed on. Body is feeling it, and my head, mental frame of mind, bit stinky. Not too bad, but just a bit tie-tie. A bit more tie-tie than usual. I'm just going to try and crank the last bit of that window up as I try to do 100 k's an hour. So we're back. Got as much to talk about as ever. Nothing. So we'll see what you know the deal of this. Throw enough shit squirt enough diarrhea. Some of it will dry, and then you got yourself a product. What happened? That is interesting. Not a whole lot that I can think of. Oh yeah. So I'll just do a quick ad read, and then we'll get right back to whatever this was. So Baby D Condoms is our longest standing sponsor. So this is erection protection for the humble man. If you're not that well endowed, look no further. We got you covered, literally, sexually. This is PP protection for someone that, if you've spent enough time looking around, embarrassing yourself in public and the shelves, not finding the petite coverage that you need, there's too much excess out there. You got to tie it off at the end and still have plenty more room to spare. Look no further. Baby D Condoms, we got you covered. We got a whole variety. We got the just come out with the new edition, the anti-family pack. We got all the colours of the rainbow. Quite a selection there, so that'll keep you entertained. Each colour to pick the mood that you're in. Also, they're eco-friendly. You can get multiple uses out of them. I wouldn't say that they get safer. The safety of them declines, but that's just life in a nutshell. So you gotta roll the dice and spin to win, or more likely to lose. And each Connie Dom Dom is tried and tested by yours truly, just to make sure it works and it feels good on the PP. So all you have to do is just, if you're a bit of a clean freak, we got you covered. Just chuck it rinse it under the tap, or turn it inside out. It defeats the purpose, but it's job creation. So yeah, there's a Baby D Connie's family pack out now. Batteries sold separately. And we got a new spono. So I'm pretty excited. This is another side hustle that I've finally got the land rights to. It's finished development. It's the Baby D adult diapers. So this is, I feel like people that are tuning in and subscribe to this poddy, you got that grind set mentality and you're just hustling through life. You're just trying to make an honest, or maybe not so honest, dollar out there. Just trying to squeeze the juices out of the nectar of life. So if you're too busy to, let's face it, there is not enough time in the day to go to the toilet and defecate or urinate, or both. Usually it is both. If you've got to defecate, there's no one without the other. So if you're out there shaking that booty for the dollar bills, we got you sorted. So you can, you don't have to sit down. You don't have to find a place of refuge to defecate or do your business. You can just keep on grinding and doing those influencer posts with the comfort and assurance of knowing we've got your rear end covered with adult diapers Baby D brand. Hashtag do what you poo. And yeah, it's a one size fits all. So yeah, adult diapers. Keep on grinding and keep on pooing wherever you want, however you want. Sitting, standing. It's all good. So that was our Sponos. Still out there trying to source some more. So if you've got any business ventures you want to promote and you're willing to flick me some money, then hit me up on at babyd.live on the Insta page, and we'll I get you. My people will talk to your people, and we'll sort something out. So we're cruising through another little town now on my morning run. Well, that was a big old wide berth. I'm very tired. But in the spirit of this exercise, I'm going to keep on pushing through. Just to give you a bit. If you guys get through this morning sermon, then you're doing pretty well. Or maybe you're not doing so well if you've got the time and the lack of self-esteem to still be listening to this. It's all good. Just drove past my guy I used to work with. Gave him the peace salute. So we're just nipping out of the town now. About to get it back up to 5th gear. Top gear. That was a show. That was a pretty popular show. They made a lot of coin. People love cars, which I get. I understand the interest. It's something most people use pretty much every day. Just cruising behind the P Pride Flag 005. Here we go. Picking up the pace now. Oh. Still got a bit of an upset tum-tum. Got a little bit of... Oh, yeah. I'm glad I'm wearing the Baby D adult diaper because it's getting messy down there. So we're just pushing up a hill right now. Clocking about 85 and climbing k's an hour. Again, not a cloud in the sky. This is the favorite time of year. March is probably... March into April, favourite months. Weather's good. Nights are pretty comfortable. If you like me and you get a bit addicted to the fan, it's hard to... I could probably go all winter with that. Just the sound. I like a bit of sound when I'm sleeping. I love a windy night. Other people like a still night. I don't. That's when the mind is chattering away. All the demons come out to play on a quiet night. And these are the things that I want to know. Everyone's living on a... Whoa! That's something I thought of probably already I would have attached it to all the episodes by now, but the theme song got a little bit of progress that just came to me yesterday, a bit of inspiration. Is he a man or is he a baby? No, I can't remember how it goes. Anyway, I probably already played at the start of this episode, so pretty jazzed on that. That was a nice little energy hit. Be surprised by the productivity when your mind starts to wander when you're not. Now this is obviously a disclaimer, and I'm talking about other forms of ear entertainment, definitely not Poddy Time with Baby D, but yeah, the mind, at least for me anyway, at times when you just let it wander, especially for what I'm trying to achieve is just some kind of creative clarity and getting the ideas flowing. So sometimes you're almost bored, not that I was bored, but when you just let the mind sit and not be distracted with all these day-to-day things, socials, music, podcasts, all that jizzy jazz, you might actually get some answers, some ideas coming your way. And that was nice. It happened with me yesterday. You should do it a lot more often, especially driving that. My radio didn't work for a good few years, so I just drive around and listening to the hum of my car, or I just put in headphones and buy direct, listen to it. Maybe a bit of a cleaner sound without that revving of the engine in the background. But yeah, a lot of times driving in silence and content with that. That's how they used to do it back in the day. I'm pretty maybe radios were in for a long time in cars, but radio, especially nowadays, is fucking atrocious. A lot of ads, just 3 songs on loop a day. Not the best. But then when you do hear a song that you half like, maybe barely like, and you hear it on the radio, then you're like, yeah, crank that shit, Soulja Boy. I'm insane, sound my dog, Superman gon' fuck my hoe, Superman gon' lick my yo, ooh, they saw me dirty. But if you have that on when you're scrolling through the whichever music thing, app, whatever you like, and that song comes up, for example, and you're like, next, you never can tell. When you get too many options, I think that's a lot of what's wrong with today. There's too many options out there. I'm not a man. I don't like too many options. Didn't quite finish my sentence. I'm not a man. Not yet a boy. I'm a toddler. That was a great a cappella song by... what's his name? Kieran J. Callanan. Definitely something I try to draw a bit of inspiration from him, and his stage presence is second to none. Or when you'd see like watching a movie, I remember like fucking every month they'd have an Adam Sandler movie on, just on a loop. Pretty much guess the date every year what movie would be on. Not complaining. And yeah, even though there was lots of ads, you were still stoked and happy to see it. But if you put that on some streaming platform, next, no, next, what do you want to watch? No, next, no, too many options. People don't know what they want. I don't know what I want. Give them this, they'll take it. Most of them will eat it up and be hungry for more. School bus run, cruising by. It's a job idea. Get the holidays. I'm assuming they're on casuals. They probably don't get paid. Definitely wouldn't get paid on the 12 weeks off a year. So yeah, just enjoy the gaps of silence. Again, this is all, I'm doing all the heavy lifting here, dribbling on my lonesome. But I've been pretty jazzed with, just hitting the side bumps on the road. Pretty jazzed with the idea of getting some people on. Got one or two, maybe more one idea of who I'd have on at this stage, but big old mattress or mattress size on the side of the road. That'd be a crunchy sleep. So yeah, just trying to ride that little idea mind dopamine before actually doing the work of having to execute it. Felt like got a bit of momentum this week. Mechanic hit me up, said we got to order your part, flicker some coin so we can get the balls rolling. This all happened in the space of, I don't know, maybe less than an hour. Got a message from someone else for a gig opportunity. And then another thing, got a surfboard, got finished. So some things are happening. Wheels are in motion. Try not to get too personal on this potty of my life things, but I'm really scraping the barrel for things to talk about. So again, you're tuned into Poddy Time with Baby D. Just feeling that sun pierce through my window as I'm driving down the highway of life. That is a big old truck car thing. That was a weird looking truck. So I've probably got another 10 minutes of the drive, if that. You know when you're just enough tired that you're actually kind of relaxed and you're just cruising? I think it's a nice place to be. If you don't have to be too switched on with doing stuff. And you can kind of just cruise doggy through life. Do 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 do. This one little bit of music I made a long time ago. Maybe it's already been done. I don't know. It's a pretty generic sounding theme, but I like it. Finally started tickling some keys a bit over a year ago on the keyboard. Had a bit of a, not a phobia, but just kind of a bit put off by playing the piano. It's definitely the most useful instrument there is. It's most versatile. It's actually a percussion instrument, believe it or not. Pretty sure. Maybe. No, I didn't really learn any chords or how to play. I was just having a good old press time and whatever sounded good to me within my range of ability. That's where I took it. And it was a good time. Definitely still learnt, for me anyway, that keep it simple. It's generally the best way to do it. The more technical, and I feel like kind of depends, but the effect or the it's like that thing when people work out more than 3 times a week. It's kind of, I think, is pointless, or 3 times is the optimum amount for growth or health, and then anything on top of that is like really small percentage of what's the word, gains, I guess. So it's like incremental differences of positive growth after 3 sessions of exercise a week. Something like that. And that's how I feel with when people, you could be like, do a nice simple thing, say if you're on guitar, having a little playing, had a little clang clang, throw some words on it, people are frothing, but then if you go just to the extreme, just shred dogging, especially if you go too early from 0 to 100, kind of blowing people's face off too early, and then that becomes the benchmark. And if you got more time to fill, people are just like, oh, so he's just like shredding the whole time. That's for me anyway. Too much. I think there's lots of people that can shred that are like, no, I don't. I'm just going to make a nice groove, and I can play that, but I choose not to. That's me speaking for someone else who has a lot of musical ability. Especially when you go live, I feel like with the pressures in the live different setting, from it, so you get comfortable like playing in your own space. Sounds the way you're used to it. I moved my speaker the other day to my right ear side, and that threw me off completely, but I got used to it now. But even that, imagine that with a crowd and the pressure of having to deliver. I feel like what I can achieve with no pressure and by myself versus live. The live is probably about 10% of where I could go by myself. Sorry about the yawn. I apologize. I polar bear jizz. Alright. Another school bus. Bit late to pick up the pace. Yeah, it'd be cool. So I wonder if they do like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night, or in the after school. And if they're getting $50, that's $200 a day. You could go do your stuff in the middle of the day. Sounds pretty good, but then you got screaming kids in the back. And as I spoke about in a previous recording, it's pretty ruckus, pretty rowdy. Or maybe that was more in the living that city laugh, because maybe the drivers rotated a bit more, whereas here I think they probably know the kids by first name basis. Maybe that keeps them in line a bit more, although they can tell their parents directly that they've been naughty. Yeah, I'm fucking tired. But again, I feel like it wasn't the best recording, but this is how we get better, folks. An analogy, something that you do find enjoyable, if it doesn't go well once, what are you going to quit? Nah. Just going to say, oh, that didn't work. Like if you're into tennis and then you have a bad game, does that mean you're going to quit? Nah. Maybe. But if the enjoyment, passion for it is still strong, then that's how you improve. No pain, no gain. If you're always having killer times, are you really learning? And also the best stories are when things go, like travel stories, when things go wrong, that's when it's interesting. In the moment, you want to die and you want to get it over with as quick as possible, but the retelling of the story, that's where the money is. That's where you get to reap all the benefits. Come on, doggy. Fuel's still the same price here. Oh, yeah, baby. Whistling into the mic, maybe that's a bit of a no-no as well. Write on in at babyd.live if you don't like the whistling, or write on in if you want some topics for me to discuss, or if you have a person who wants to be on. If you want to be on the poddy, they don't have a yarn with you, or if any ideas, any support you have, any positive feedback. Part of me wants to say, if you don't like it, write on in. Not that I'll change much, but yeah, no, don't do that. It's depressing. Here we go, got the morning CrossFitters stomping the pavement early. Oh, I just feel for people's joints, especially if they got a bit of weight on them and they choose to run on cement. Go on sand. You run about 10 minutes versus an hour, you get more benefits and with no joint damage. Alright, so that was Poddy Time with Baby D. We did it. We made it to the destination. Might do a recording on the way home. Cheers for tuning in. Poddy Time with Baby D. Thanks for coming. And something come again. Thanks for coming. See you, See you later. There it is.